Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss a legal and administrative aspect case wherein the Supreme Court held that the later acquittal of a case does not entail the previous recruitment valid. So that means a person, when once rejected the appointment for the post of district judge, having been involved in a criminal case, and later when the case is acquitted, he cannot be guaranteed to give back the appointment. Right? So this is the case. It involves both legal as well as administrative aspects also. That's why it's an interesting case. Let us discuss the same. Friends, as elders, we have been telling you. So in general, we have been telling that if a person is involved in a criminal case, it is very difficult to get a government job. This is the basic fundamental line. That's why as students, whenever they go on strike and other things, and some cases are registered against them. So as police officers, we used to advise them, if you involve yourself in criminal cases, normally there will be no chance of getting the government employment, and still that fear is there among so many boys. That's why normally they don't go out and commit the offenses, particularly against the government. Right. Here, of course, it's a case of moral turpitude. And let us quickly get into the facts of the case. This is relating to the appointment of a district judge at the entry level, right, in Madhya Pradesh. So, the Madhya Pradesh legal department, so the Madhya Pradesh Law and Justice Department, they have advertised on 9/3/2017 about the inviting applications for the post of district judge by direct recruitment and at the entry level. Right? For this, so many applications have come, and our appellant, that is Mr. Anil Bharadwaj, he is one of the applicants. He filed the application. Right? He was asked to write the main examinations. He was successful in the main examination. Then the rear interview or YOC, it also took place, and the provisional list was published. Mr. Anil Bharadwaj came out successful with serial number 513. Right? So subsequently on 6/4/2018, almost 1 month later, Mr. Anil Bharadwaj was asked to appear for a medical examination. That means he was selected for the post of the district judge. So after selection only, they will call for the special branch report, that is antecedent verification, and at the same time they will ask some of the people to go for a medical test. It's a formality medical test because they have to check up whether he is physically fit to hold the job or not. Right? Fine. So he was asked to appear for the medical test. Right. But on 2/7/2018, after 3 months, so this Anil Bharadwaj, he was asked to submit the copy of the FIR in crime number 852/2014. 852/2014, registered under sections 498A, 406, read with 34 IPC of Rohini Police Station, Delhi. Right? So immediately, of course, in the attestation form, he has stated that a case in crime number 852 was pending against him. Now, the selection committee has asked for a copy of the FIR. They have gone through the FIR. So, who gave the FIR? His wife, Anil Bharadwaj's wife, Pooja. She gave the FIR, and of course, you may be knowing 498A. It is showing cruelty or harassment, maybe for additional dowry or something like that. So it is an offense punishable with 3 years imprisonment. Then 406, it is breach of trust. That means she might have given so much of gold jewelry to the husband or relatives, because 34 is there. 34 means common intention. Maybe his father, mother, some of his relatives might have been involved. 34 is that. So 406, normally previously we used to advise them, so go and file a civil case. But nowadays the police are using 406 IPC. So what does it mean? It means a criminal breach of trust. That means the wife, believing him totally, she has handed over the gold jewelry to the husband, which he has misappropriated. 406. So all these sections are serial sections involving moral turpitude. Therefore, ultimately after going to the FIR and after taking the antecedents verification report from the police department, now the secretary law, he is the principal secretary law and legal department, Madhya Pradesh. Then he declared, he is the committee head, he declared that Anil Bharadwaj is ineligible and his name was deleted, C number 513 gone. Right? So agreed by the appointment order. Of course, this Anil Bharadwaj, he did not keep quiet. Immediately he filed a writ petition number 27434 by 2018. So before the Honorable High Court of Madhya Pradesh, challenging the order of the law principal secretary law, invalidating his selection. Right? Then, of course, before that, Mr. Anil Bharadwaj, he has filed an RTA application regarding the proceedings of the meeting. So, a meeting where he was declared ineligible. So, in that meeting, so the extract says that his name was not considered due to the pendency of the criminal case. Of course, after 1 year, that is on 18/9/2019, the case under 498A and other sections, it ended in acquittal. So now he wanted to the job, he wanted to get back the job, or he wanted to be recruited or appointed since he came out with clean hands. But Honorable High Court refused to take up the writ petition because it is a discretion or the decision of the administrative decision of the committee. They don't want to interfere, right? So he has no that is, he has no relief in the Honorable High Court. Now ultimately he has moved to the Supreme Court and filed SLP. Right? So while disposing his case, that is this case law, please refer as Anil Bharadwaj versus Honorable High Court of Madhya Pradesh 2020. Right? So this is criminal appeal number, civil appeal number, sorry, appeal number 3419 by 2020. So, Honorable Judges Ashok Bhushan and M.R. Shah, they have held that the rejection of the candidature of the DJ aspirant who was later acquitted is 100% correct. They have held it. The Honorable High Court decision is upheld. Why? Now we have to go into the legal points. Now, on behalf of Anil Bharadwaj, the advocate argued that the High Court has committed an error in not considering the acquittal. So once he came out with the clean hands, he was selected previously. His name was there. But because of involvement in a criminal case, he was made ineligible. Fine, okay. But later, the case ended in acquittal. Therefore, the High Court should have considered his reappointment. But it did not do. Therefore, it is an error on the part of judgment. Of course, he has cited a case also, Muhammad Ibrahim versus State of Maharashtra 2010, where Muhammad Ibrahim, once he is also judicial officer, he was again reinstated. But, of course, the Supreme Court, having gone through the entire proceedings of the meeting, please remember, now we are coming to the administrative part. So, having studied the empire meeting proceedings, which show that basing on the special report of the special branch of the police, and also facts of the crime number 852 by 2014, which involves moral turpitude. That is the case filed by none but his wife Pooja, and since it is pending, so his eligibility is not considered. He was not considered eligible. And as per please remember, the Madhya Pradesh rules regarding the character verification, that is rule number 8, it has got into two parts. Please remember, whenever a person's antecedents are reported negative, he cannot be selected. When he is concerned in the case, the fact should be brought to the notice to the selection committee. And of course, clause 2, what they say is, if the person informs about the case and if it is ended in acquittal, then he can be taken, because clean coming out of the case, definitely it entails him the job. But when at the time of attestation, that means prior to the appointment, prior to the selection, if he was involved in a case and the case ended in acquittal, yes, he is eligible. But at the time of selection, the case is pending against him. After 1 year only, the case was decided. Now, the court has gone through the police report. How beautifully. Of course, they have praised the police department also. Normally, they curse or they accuse the police in all aspects, courts. The main focus is on police verification. The police is a disciplined force. It takes up the responsibility of maintaining law and order and also the public order in the society. Right? A candidate joining the judicial service must have impeccable character, impeccable, nobody should pinpoint at him, and integrity. A man having criminal antecedents will not be fit in this category. Of course, the acquittal has to be examined, whether he has been completely exonerated or, of course, because there is a possibility of his taking up to crime also. There are instances where they have managed the wife and said they might have caught her feet also because the case is pending against me. So please exonerate me. She might have turned hostile, but once again he must show his original colors after the acquittal. So such problem is also there. Therefore, it is a case involving moral turpitude. So if there is a possibility of his taking to crime, therefore, it will pose a threat to the discipline of the judiciary. Integrity. See, as a judge, he should have impeccable character. Therefore, the Honorable Supreme Court also agreed with the High Court judgment and they said he cannot be appointed. Here, the legal point is, since the case is a case ended in acquittal, normally he can be taken. But administrative point, please remember this. So, as the administrative part is concerned, it is the authority. It is the authority who has to take a decision. Therefore, the Principal Secretary, Law and Justice, he has taken a decision. And that's why, while dealing with Article 12 in the constitutional law, we'll be telling you what is law. Law means not only act, it is a rule, even by rules, bylaws, and all these things, GOs, memorandums, all these things passed by the competent authorities. So it was taken, the opinion, the collective opinion of the committee was taken in the negative, and therefore we could not help. So this is the decision. Please remember, normally we will be under the impression that when once the case is acquitted, he is liable for reappointment, but it was not done. That's why, once again, in the beginning I told youngsters, please do not involve in any criminal case. It may bring such types of problems to you also. Right? Thank you.